Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, November the 25th, Blase Day. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Shouldn't that be every day? National Parfait Day. And Shopping Reminder Day. Like we need somebody to remind us to go shopping.
Yeah.
Sunday, the 26th of November, Good Grief Day, National Anti-Obesity Day, and National Cake Day. What a rude thing to do. Put those on the same day.
Obesity and
National
cake.
Anti-Obesity Day is on Cake Day. And World Lewis Day as well, Sunday. So all of that happening. I don't know.
Celebrate the Lewises of the world?
Apparently.
Okay.
And I'm going to celebrate a Jordan Goodman. He is America's Money Answers man, and I love visiting with him. We chat about once a month, and I'm going to get the lowdown and dirty scoop from him about the economy and financing and all kinds of great stuff. We'll chat with him all about that coming up in a bit.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Researchers at the University of Georgia have found that we'd all be better off talking to others rather than staring at our phones.
They needed a study for
Yeah,
this?
the report that people were asked to either scroll on their phones, sit quietly by themselves, or have a conversation with a stranger. Most believe talking with a stranger was the most enjoyable. But a note here, while studying, participants generally expected to get more enjoyment from conversing with a real person than having their smartphone, they didn't always follow that advice. So even though they know talking to this guy next to me,
they know that would be better. They
be
still
better.
choose to stick
instead,
their heads in their phones.
I'm going to ignore this person. I'm going to scroll through on my phone.
Yeah, that's really sad.
I, for one, am a big fan of talking to strangers. My wife is not a fan.
I don't necessarily go to seek out strangers, but I do prefer speaking to a person over being on my phone.
No, you will never answer your phone. You'll just say, text me.
If you want to talk to me, come and talk to me. You don't need to text me.
Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. What do you think of the sounds of President Johnson? We've had two President Johnsons.
Okay.
There's maybe a third President Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson might actually be cooking up a run at the White House. After a recent poll indicated 46% of U.S. adults would support the wrestler turned actor if he would run for president. 46%. He was asked if he would have any interest in doing this job when he was on The Tonight Show. Johnson told Jimmy Fallon, "I think down the road for sure." He indicated that at one point last year, he had met with a political operative from D.C. about his potential future endeavors. While Johnson said that he'd be open to the idea, it wouldn't be anytime soon. He told Fallon, "I'm currently focused on being a dad to my two young daughters." That is the most important job he has, by the way, being a dad to his kids.
And it should be for every man,
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's a very important job. So anyway, I don't know what his thoughts are on things. I have no idea. I thought he seemed like a neat guy, but I have no idea that I would support because I don't know. I just don't know him. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this, sort of. Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Blackish star Anthony Anderson and his mother Doris Bauman, also known as Mama Doris, are teaming up to host Fox' new music-centric guessing game show, We Are Family. The mother and son duo are replacing previously announced Jamie Foxx and his daughter Corinne, who are unable to host the show now due to a scheduling conflict for Fox. He's still going to be the executive producer of the series. It's going to premiere January the 3rd. And the AFI Gala is celebrating Nicole Kidman. It was scheduled for last June. Now it's going to take place next April. So it was going to land like right in the middle of the strike, and they're like, okay, we can't do that. So now they moved it, and it's going to be, April of 2024. And are you ready to go back underwater? James Cameron's Oscar-winning adventure, The Abyss, recently released in the summer of 1989, is going to go back to theaters on December 6th for a one-night-only event. Did you like The Abyss?
Our son will be so excited. I was not a huge fan. Our son, huge fan.
Yeah, it's a special edition, 4K, remastered. I guess we'll have to see what all's going on, but I'm going to be going to the movies that night with my son. Pretty doggone sure of it. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Interesting story here. A Wichita Falls man who tried to stab a grocery store employee over a stolen burrito is going to prison. That's the entirety of what I have for that story. Does that seem like a big overreaction?
Seems like a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
Just a smidge.
He tried to stab a grocery store employee because the employee tried to stop him from stealing a burrito. So I don't know exactly what. There's got to be more to that story. Because
I would hope he was going to prison.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. And we're moving on to the next story here because I've got more questions than I have answers on the first one. A pony by the name of Poppy is bringing smiles to nursing home residents in Swindon, England. Poppy is a therapy pony that makes the rounds with her owner, Sarah.
Therapy pony. Oh my gosh.
Allowed to visit with residents
So cute.
inside their rooms. So a pony gets to walk room to room in the nursing home. Woodland says that Poppy is very empathetic. Woodland, by the way, is Sarah's last name, Sarah Woodland. I didn't say that. Now, then I start just calling her by her last name, which I didn't share, which makes no sense unless I tell you. So Sarah says that Poppy is very empathetic and is incredibly kind. And when it comes to interacting with elderly, she's got a sixth sense. She knows how to be gentle and to be patient and to be kind. When Poppy meets somebody who is especially frail, she'll rest her head on their lap.
Oh, I love this so
According to her owner,
much.
Sarah, she says, it's just beautiful. The residents, many of whom are not able to get up and move around, get to enjoy Poppy, and they get to enjoy chatting with Sarah. How cool is that? Now, you know what I want?
A therapy pony.
Yeah, I want to get one of those. And I want to go around and, and we could bring our dog as well. We'd have a dog and pony show. See? Huh? No?
I should have known you were trying to go somewhere else with that whole thing.
I'll be here all week, folks. What's that? I won't? Okay. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. I'm excited to visit with our guest, Jordan Goodman. We talk about once a month about everything financial, but this time of year, there are a lot of people that are going to overextend themselves. There are a lot of people that are spending money that they don't necessarily have. So it's a good idea to get focused and maybe have a plan, and I thought Jordan might be able to help us with that. So first of all, Jordan, thanks for taking the time to chat.
Great to be with you.
Something you and I talked about ahead of time here is interest rates, and this is something that can make a huge difference in your life because with interest rates going up and with them fluctuating, it can actually make a major impact on things.
Well, it really does. I mean, you have the Federal Reserve has raised rates 11 times in the last year and a half or so. They didn't raise rates in November. They still may raise them again. But it means that all their interest rates have really gone up a lot. Mortgage rates are up to almost 8% now. It makes it very hard for people to afford buying a home. Credit card interest rates are up 24% is the average now. It's really way. And it just slows things down. People don't want to go out and buy things or can't afford it if they have to pay that much interest. Now, on the flip side, you earn a higher yield on your treasury bills and money market funds that used to the past. I mean, you're over 5% today on what you get on money, which is a lot better than it used to be. It used to be 0% for a long time, John.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, the benefits are people receiving interest income, but it's just a big problem for borrowers. And now you've got student loans. They're also going up as well. And now people have to pay on their student loans that they didn't have to pay for 3 years. So that's another burden on borrowers. Wow. It's just people have a huge amount of debt out there. And they're going into more debt all the time because their income is just not keeping up with their expenses.
Now, there's two different sides of this. The people who have money that are getting the interest, they're probably not too concerned. But let's talk about the other side, the people who are making payments on something and that interest just went up. Are there any tips that you have? Let's start with credit cards. Let's say somebody listening has a balance on credit cards and they're watching that interest rate get higher and higher and higher. Is there something they can do to stop that or to maybe at least fix it a little bit?
Well, on the credit card side, you can do a 0% balance transfer offer, and at least for 6 months or so get down to a lower rate. There's a website, myguidetocreditcards.com, which will allow them to do something like that. It's kind of a temporary fix. You don't want to just pay off your old credit cards and then charge them right back up again, which is what a lot of people do. That's kind of a temporary fix. On mortgages, you can't refinance at 8%. It's not going to work for most people. So, we had the chance to get lower interest rates 2 years or so ago, and that's just not there today. So a lot of people are just being priced out of the housing market. They're renting. They just can't afford to buy. So in student loans, you can refinance your student loans into one student loan at a lower interest rate. There's a place called Splash Financial that'll help you do that, for example. So there's some things you can do, but interest rates are high and rising, and it's just what we're going to have to put up with for quite a while here.
And for somebody maybe just getting started, a lot of the time where, you're kind of getting your life started and you're saying, hey, it's time to buy a house and it's time to start saving money. This is kind of a weird time to do that. Maybe if they put off buying that house, they could save a little money while that interest is working for them. Do you have any ideas on where they could go to save money or invest money that would actually help them a little more right now?
Yeah, I mean, the money market funds today, there are Vanguard and Fidelity, they're yielding over 5%. So that's a good, safe place to have your money, earning a decent yield, and you can build it up. I mean, house prices are still going up because there's a shortage of houses. A lot of people who in the past would have sold their homes are not selling today because if they have a 3 or 4% mortgage and they want to sell and get a new home at an 8% mortgage, they don't want to do that. So it's restricted the amount of supply on the market that in the past wouldn't have been there. So that's one of the reasons house prices are still going up because there's a shortage of supply, even though a lot of people just can't afford it these days.
If somebody listening has questions, I know that your website, there's an opportunity for people to submit those. What is the best way for somebody to reach out to you, Jordan?
My email is jordan@moneyanswers.com. Always glad to help you listeners, John.
Jordan, thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir.
All right. Thank you, John.
Absolutely. Again, Jordan Goodman, America's Money Answers Man. He's literally written the book, 13 different books, actually, on the topic of finances. You can find that and much, much more on his website. His website is moneyanswers.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Hollywood sign weighs 450,000 pounds.
Ooh.
That's an average of 50,000 pounds per letter.
Holy cow.
Why would it be so heavy? Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The horse head used in the movie The Godfather
Yeah.
was a real horse head.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
They found it on the side of the road.
Ew.
No, they didn't really. I have no idea. It doesn't say where they got it. I'm assuming they sourced it properly, though. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Bookworms are actual insects that bore holes in books. So
I didn't know that was a real thing.
It is a real thing. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The letter combination O-U-G-H can be pronounced 8 different ways.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, cough, rough, tough.
Yep.
But like gouge, I think is another one. I don't know. There's a bunch of 8 different ways that I don't know. So I'm moving on to another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Using your car's brakes generate enough heat to warm your house. If only we
Really?
could transfer that somehow. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 29% of us do this out of obligation, not because we want to do it. What is it?
Go to family gatherings.
No, host relatives during the holidays.
That's
yes,
the same thing, really.
it's pretty much. But no, you're the one saying, "Oh no, I'd love to have everybody come to our house."
I believe that was you saying
It was my
everyone
idea.
should come to our house.
It was
my
great-
wife will do all the work.
It was a wonderful
Come on
idea.
over and enjoy us.
It was great for me.
Yeah.
All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We recently found out that one of the most common complaints of online gamers is the sound of other players munching on chips.
We just said that one the other day.
Yeah, well, once again, it's Doritos to the rescue with a new crunch cancellation software developed
Oh my gosh.
to remove the sounds of munching while wearing a headset. Here, they had to do it, Heidi, because if they didn't come out with the Dorito silencer, people might not buy Doritos.
A Dorito silencer.
Doritos Silent is an AI-powered tech that listens for the sound of somebody's voice and separates that from the sounds of crunching or sack ruffling, allowing them to chomp away without being heard by others.
Well, isn't that nice?
You could also hit mute, just saying. In development for about a year, Doritos Silent is the culmination of analysis of more than 5,000 crunch sounds. Once installed, you simply turn it on, and it can work in conjunction with any software that supports voice chat. That,
So
of
bizarre.
course, means the technology would also allow those working from home to munch and crunch on chips while they're dialing into conference calls. PC users could download the software now from Doritos' website. And I've got a link to it if you're interested. It is free. And it should be because it's weird. Weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. This was sent to us because we were making fun of bananas. We were saying that you can buy bananas and they've been at
And
the
then in a
store.
day,
and
they're-
then, you got
yeah.
12 minutes to eat them. Well,
Yep.
they're a good source of potassium and they're essential for giving a little slip for a bad guy in a cartoon. But bananas have other uses too. Like this, you can use bananas as a face mask, not for Halloween, but for skincare. Mash the fruit and apply it directly to your face, and it'll brighten your complexion and hydrate your skin. You rinse after 15 minutes. You can apply bananas to a wart. A home remedy is to rub the inside of a banana peel over a wart, and that will actually help it.
I have actually heard that before.
Treat an insect bite. Bananas are known for relieving itchiness and swelling from bug bites. How's about, what else here? Shine your silverware using bananas. Does that sound weird? That sounds weird to me. A creamy mixture, like smash up banana peels and water, and then you use that to rub on silver. Loosen a splinter. Cover the splinter with the outside of a banana peel for a few hours or overnight, and you'll notice the splinter will loosen and even like start to remove itself.
That's good to know.
And the last one on the list, brighten your smile. Before investing in teeth whitening treatment, try rubbing a banana peel on your teeth a few times a day before brushing, and it'll help achieve a new shiny smile. So I've got all of these in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Now, your quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Gertrude Stein is who this quote is from. Gertrude says, "Whoever said money can't buy happiness didn't know where to shop."
That's true.
Thanks, Gertrude. Very nice little quote there from Gertrude Stein. Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. They know a thing or two about quotes, but we're talking insurance quotes.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And it's kind of a heart-wrenching story, but it's one of those things where something sad happens and then something good happens. You know those?
Which happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a New York City mom plans a final act of kindness after her death. This comes from Brooklyn. A beloved wife and mother passed away after a courageous battle with cancer, but her final act of kindness was to alleviate others from the burden of medical debt. Casey McIntyre, 38-year-old resident of Brooklyn, passed away from ovarian cancer on November the 12th. Despite the challenges she faced, she remained determined to leave a positive impact in the world. In her final days, Casey devised a plan to alleviate the financial strain faced by others. In a poignant farewell message, she expressed her wish to use the funds she had saved for her medical expenses to purchase the outstanding medical debt of others.
Oh, wow.
It says, to celebrate my life, I've arranged to buy up others' medical debt and destroy the debt. She wrote that in a tweet. I am so lucky to have had access to the best medical care, and I'm keenly aware that so many in our country don't have access to good care. As of the day that she passed away, the fund had raised $136,000
Wow.
of her $150,000 goal. And I'm going to look and see because I think it's even higher than that now. Now it's $525,000.
That is crazy.
Because there's a lot of people that are going, I love this, let's do this. So they bumped the goal up and they're buying up even more medical debt, which is amazing. So RIP medical debt has relieved over $10 billion of medical debt. Over 7 million families have been involved in this. And her memorial is set for December 2nd, where mourners will celebrate her life by anonymously purchasing medical debt and then anonymously forgiving that medical debt. So it's not done yet. There's still some time. I think
this. I love it.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely amazing. And again, what a simple, amazing thing somebody can do. And they're going, hey, I want to help. How can I help? That'll help. That'll help a lot. If you'd like to learn more, I've got a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.